There's not a 15-stone man on the planet can beat Tyson Fury. And I will stand and prove what I will do to this idiot.
The dawn of modern heavyweights is currently at a peak in 2021's horizon, with some making their comeback and others still yet to be seen. But for one man, though, a boxing career has been nothing but a roller coaster of events in terms of ups and downs.
No heavyweights apart from me. There only ever has been me.
Not only known for being a current champion amongst heavyweights, but a much familiar one of trash talk and mind games
That's what it's all about, man.
that have led to some of the most outlandish pre-fight build-ups.
Tyson Fury and I don't lose you.
Here, we take a look at a handful of nights the Gypsy King outwitted, outskilled, and completely embarrassed opponents into one-sided defeat.
The only way to beat me is nail me to the canvas. And if you don't do that, you've lost.
Taking a deep dive back almost 6 years ago, we relive a time in which a much more unhinged version of the Gypsy King had finally made his awakening.
This mother is going to sleep.
And in that time period, it was Fury's rematch back in 2014 against fellow Brit Deraj Chisora that would once again demonstrate his gift for the sweet science.
Talks like what he fights like. So we'll see, you know.
Knock him out right now.
Just get a lesson, man.
I'll beat that bitch up right here, right now.
He is the hard-hitting, colorful, and undefeated heavyweight contender, introducing Tyson.
After being labeled the underdog back in their first meet and just managing to gain a unanimous decision after 12 hard rounds, Tyson came back better than ever, putting on a display of total domination as he outboxed and outclassed a desperate-looking Chisora. Though unlike the first fight where Del Boy managed to close the distance and have success of his own, this time, Fury had his own way, jabbing and beating down a battered and bruised Chisora, forcing him to retire early on his stool.
Is he going to pull him out? I think he probably should.
He is the winner by way of technical knockout, the winner of the WBO Heavyweight Eliminator.
With the road to Klitschko looking mapped out, Fury's next opponent seemed to be just another speed bump in the road, as Romanian fighter Christian Hammer brought a similar style to the one of Chisora, and one that caused little to no trouble for the fleet-footed giant.
He hits hard enough to keep you away, that's for sure.
Oh, look at that. Look at him let the punches go there, and he's enjoying that.
Hammer was seen to have little to offer in the form of offense when it came to pressuring Tyson, and though managing to push back towards the ropes a few times, Fury still remained in complete control, knocking him down in the fifth.
Big man. Oh, great shot. Terrific right hand.
To then glide through to the latter rounds.
Native advice. You perhaps hear across our mic in Tyson Fury so far. Tyson Fury, who's won pretty much every minute of every round, every exchange.
With another corner stoppage, Fury was steadily but surely putting the division on blast. And with the win over Hammer, the next step up was one that the world would likely never forget.
The speed of me and the movement is unnatural for a man of my size, and that's where you're going to come unstuck.
I wish it was this weekend, because you'd be getting knocked out. And if he wants to fight and all, he can come out of time. I'll fight him too.
With endless verbal beatdowns at press conferences, Fury showed little to no respect at all for the Ukrainian, and pulling comical scenes alongside it. The 6'9" Brit appeared to be in full spirits as he went to work outside of the ring, as well as in.
Are you considering yourself as the greatest full time?
Listen, we'll find out, won't we? Because when I flatten you, they're going to put me right up there, aren't they?
Backing up every last word, Tyson's movement and unorthodox style caused Vladimir to struggle to land anything of note. And as the rounds progressed, Fury's momentum behind the jab started to take pace of its own.
Maitland moving his hands, but he's landing with the jab.
Hitting the later half of the fight and managing to stagger the Ukrainian with a left hook. Fury had left the champion miles behind on the scorecards. And with the final bell approaching, it was either going to be the disputable decision to see all too often in boxing, or the sweet victory in which he predicted. But where there's highs in life, there's also the lowest of lows. And for Fury, becoming a world champion gave him more problems than he'd hoped for, after spiraling downhill mentally in a 2-year absence from the sport.
I didn't care what no one was thinking. I didn't care about hurting my family, me career, people who friends, anybody. I didn't care. I didn't care about nothing. I just wanted to die so bad.
But that was all until 2018, where the most unlikely turn of events had begun to unfold.
Listen, anytime, any place,
you up in the ring with a real fighter, when you in for a real fighter.
Despite the odds, Fury had returned to boxing, and after having only 2 warm-up fights, he took another dive into the deep end, challenging heavyweight's most feared puncher.
I'm not 40 years old like Luis Ortiz. When I get you going, I will jump on you and I'll get you out of there for sure.
It's no game.
I don't play games, Dawson.
Real.
I want to play.
As you say, we at the press conference. This is a real fight.
Won the fight, and I believe every man in here thought I won that fight tonight.
Beating 2 more opponents in the meantime, Fury's second meeting with Wilder finally came to life just 1 year later. And with things heating up in an entertaining manner in the pre-fight build-up, fans knew they'd likely get more than they'd bargained for.